Dishonesty, an essential subject from Vinipedia. The saying honesty is the best policy is very accurate. When a person is honest in his dealings, he usually feels good from the inside, leaving him satisfied. However, dishonesty produces exactly contrary results, leaving one to feel rather insecure. In today's world, unfortunately, dishonesty is encouraged to progress materially, especially in business practices. Devotional service, on the other hand, welcomes and encourages strongly the saying that honesty is the best policy. This is because dishonesty causes impurity, and when one is impure, he cannot progress in devotional service, leaving him miles behind in the material world. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinikote's dishonesty category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. In other ages, in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga and Dvapara Yuga, the general populace was not so degraded, and the head of government was never elected. The king was the supreme executive personality, and if he caught any minister stealing like thieves and rogues, he would at once have them killed or dismissed from service. As it was the duty of the king to kill thieves and rogues, it was similarly his duty to immediately kill dishonest ministers in government service. By such strict vigilance, the king could run the government very well, and the citizens would be happy to have such a king. Armad Bh Gavatam 4.14. 17. Dirtiness, dishonesty, thievery, faithlessness, useless quarrel, lust, anger and hankering constitute the nature of those in the lowest position outside the Varama system. Armad Bh Gavatam 11.17. 20. King Dhtara became blind under the influence of impious desires to nourish his dishonest sons, and thus he set fire to the lacquer house to burn his fatherless nephews, the Piyavas. Dhtara was blind from birth, but his blindness in committing impious activities to support his dishonest sons was a greater blindness than his physical lack of eyesight. The physical lack of sight does not bar one from spiritual progress. But when one is blind spiritually, even though physically fit, that blindness is dangerously detrimental to the progressive path of human life. Armad Bh Gavatam 3.1. 6. Dishonest miscreants flourish because of cowardly and impotent executive heads of state. But when the executive heads are strong enough to curb all sorts of dishonest miscreants in any part of the state, certainly they cannot flourish. When the miscreants are punished in an exemplary manner, automatically all good fortune follows. Armad Bh Gavatam 1.17. 14. In the material world we possess riches and wealth in many ways, but sometimes not in very honest and pious ways, because that is the nature of accumulating wealth. According to Vedic injunction, therefore, one should purify such wealth by giving cows and gold in charity to the Brahmas. Krishna Book, Chapter 5. The common man supposes the unequal distribution of rain to represent nature's wrath for our sinful acts. There is truth in this. Thus, to have an equal distribution of state-raised taxes, the citizens need to be scrupulously honest and virtuous. They should be honest in the payment of taxes to the state and should have honest representatives to look over the administration. In the modern setup of democratic states, the citizens can have no cause for grievances, because the whole administration is conducted by the people themselves. If the people themselves are dishonest, the administrative machinery must be corrupt. Light of the Bh Gavada, Chapter 2. Whoever causes offenseless living beings to suffer must fear me anywhere and everywhere in the world. By curbing dishonest miscreants, one automatically benefits the offenseless. Armad Bh Gavatam 1.17. 14. Daka's statement that Lord Eva pretended to be an honest person means that Eva was dishonest because in spite of accepting the position of Daka's son-in-law, he was not respectful to Daka. Armad Bh Gavatam 4.2. 11.